Howdy everybody, Efour here, and welcome back to the channel for Season 3, Episode 6 of our FIFA 22 Youth to Gold save. Now in the last episode, you guys saw us push back up into second position in the league. We're going to hop into this month. We're going to start off with a game against Gillingham in the FA Cup to start our FA Cup run this season, and then we will play a game towards the end of the month as well. And along the way, as always, we'll be checking the league table, but this is a crucial month. It's December. We're about to be heading into the second half of the season. We have to keep winning games in the league and separating ourselves from that chasing pack. We finally got back in that automatic promotion spot, and so we have to do our best to stay in that spot. So let's hop in. I haven't played any games off camera, but just in case you missed it in the last episode, as you can see here, we're back in second position. Peterborough keep winning. They're 5 points ahead of us, but we've passed Birmingham City and Shrewsbury to move up into second position, but they are right on our heels. We got to keep winning these games, but again, we're going to hop in first to our FA Cup first round tie against Gillingham. This is the team we're taking into the game. We have Smith in goal, a back four of Jonasson, Bishop, Lundberg, and Taylor. Crespo and Pereira make up the midfield pairing with Schaefer, Carlson, and Graham, the attacking three behind Baker. Mohamed, Osorio, Villalba, Menendez, Nilsson, Wilson, and Vasquez make up the bench. And like I mentioned in the last episode, we're just sticking with the first team. And when we get into fixture congestions, we're keeping the first team unless they're tired and need to be replaced with a backup player. But for now, we're going to keep the first team and see how that works. If I start dropping a lot of points, we may switch back to first team, second team. But I think this is better, having our top players always on the pitch for every game that they can be. So, without further ado, let's hop into this game against Gillingham. And here we go. Now, last year, if you remember, or last season, I should say, I think we made it to the third round of the FA Cup, maybe fourth round. But we took on West Ham, and they bounced us out of the competition 4-1. Now, this season already, we've taken on one Premier League team in Everton, and we only lost 2-1. A great improvement from what we had going for us last year. I got Baker here on the edge of the box. I didn't know where to go. I guess I could have tried to rip it with him. But that's besides the point. Today, we have to take on Gillingham and come away with a win if we want any chance of playing a Premier League team later on in the competition. We showed a little bit of promise there, but the final attacking move escaped me. I couldn't quite find the correct pass, and they handled it easily. Now, we're playing some defense here, but our team has been playing so well. That's out of bounds for a throw-in. I'm really feeling confident that on paper, we should be going up this season. Now, if that happens, it remains to be seen. Good win there by Schaefer. And I got Graham trying to make a little run in. And we'll give that back to Pereira, and he's going to rip it across. It is blocked out for a corner. Here is our corner. I don't remember what I was saying or if I was saying anything of value. I couldn't tell you, but must not have been that important. We have to handle this game today and try and get a win. Bad pass from Lundberg there. But I'm feeling pretty good about, that's what I was saying, I'm feeling pretty good about pushing for automatic promotion this season. I don't want to go to the playoffs because those games, they can go either way. Y'all have seen it this season thus far. We've dominated some teams. Luckily, he didn't turn and shoot. Smith is there to pick that up. But we've dominated some teams. But other times we've just been throttled, and so I don't want to leave it up to the playoffs to decide how our season ends. I want to... Good cross! Oh, Crespo was there. Oh, it was a great cross from Graham. Unfortunately, Crespo could not get his foot on it, and they handle our attack easily. Here they are into our edge. I just stopped talking because I was nervous they may have made that. Luckily, he shoots it over. They played it nicely along the edge of our box. He's aiming for that top right corner, but fortunately he skies it over the bar. Now we got to start figuring out how to get forward a little bit better. Here's Schaefer. We're going to give that into Baker. No, we're not. It's going to Carlson, and he was offsides. Oh, man, what a bummer. Good win there from Pereira. Give it back to Pereira, and he has a heavy touch. I was trying to just push it out a little bit so that he could run into it a little bit better, and it goes way out in front of him, and now they're hitting us down our left side. They pass it back. trying to gather themselves. One thing that I am improving on that you guys don't always get to see, but I've noticed it a lot in the games off camera as well, is just figuring out when to tackle like that. I feel like I was getting into a lot of bad defensive positions because I wasn't making tackles when they should have been made. Here we go. Schaefer's going to run in here and rip this. Oh, and he hits the post. What a shot from Schaefer. He can't get the finish on. Now we got to play defense again, but that was a good threatening run. But here they are pressing immediately back down. I have Bishop out there. Going to try and step in, but he passes it out. But just learning when to step in has been key like that. Lundberg blocks it. It goes out for a Gillingham corner. Here is their corner. No team has really looked the... as I'm saying, no team has really looked the dominating team. They get that goal in. It's like a half bicycle kick. I really feel like we should have done a better job handling that, and we didn't, unfortunately. But they are up 1-0. I want to see that again. The second ball is where we get hurt, and I don't know who that was marking them. I can't see the number. It looks like Lundberg maybe, but oh man, that is unfortunate. That's right before the halftime whistle as well. We should not be losing this game. I really I would hate to lose it. Gillingham are not even high up in our league. They're one of the lower half teams. And there is the halftime whistle. We're down 1-0, headed into the second half. We got to find a goal in this second half. Second half is underway, and we have the ball here, trying to get forward. Get that through to Crespo. We're going to go down to Baker. Oh, or not. I didn't want to go to Baker. I was trying to go to Graham. Baker gets in the way of it, picks it up himself, but here we are back on the attack. We're going to rip that with Crespo. It is gathered by their keeper fairly comfortably. Oh, I thought we could get there with Jonassen, and he is beaten to the ball. And here they are pressing us into our half yet again. And Bishop's on it. He doesn't get the ball there. They're going down. Lundberg should get to that. He does. We're going to go out here to Schaefer and just try and get him to run because he has no one out in front of him. If I can get him, we're going to go across to Crespo. It was a poor pass. Doesn't come off, and Crespo almost picks it off him again, but he does not, and now they're moving it out of their half. Oh, we get a foot in. We're going down to Carlson. Can he get a goal? He misses it, shoots it wide past the post. That's a big, big miss in this game. We have to be converting those opportunities. Out here to Graham, down the wing. We're going to Baker. He's there. And he misses the shot. Oh, no. That's two big opportunities missed. The first one by Carlson, now by Baker. And these are the kinds of games we lose. We saw it last year in the playoffs, trying to push for promotion, when we missed about 3 opportunities that we should have converted, and we ended up missing all of them. We have to try and get a goal. We got to make these chances count, or else we are going to be knocked out of the FA Cup already, and that would be very disappointing, considering, like I said, Gillingham are, I think they're sitting in like 14th in our league. They are not a very strong team, but so far today, they look to be up for it. And here they are in on our goal again. Smith is there for the block. He doesn't get the rebound. Oof, great diving clearance. Try and get this up, and I can't get it to Carlson. We are in trouble here. They are playing very nicely. I commit a foul on the edge of our box as well. And we need to look at some subs. So I'll bring you back when I figure out who I'm bringing on. Okay, guys, you saw it a couple times last episode. We're bringing Menendez on for Carlson. Villalba comes on for Crespo. And Nilsson comes on the left wing for Baker, and moving Schaefer up top. We have to have some pace. I got to try and figure out how to get in behind and score a goal. I do not want to lose this game. Now they have this free kick on the edge of the area, so let's hop back into that. Now, if they score this, it could just pretty much put the game to rest. And they are going to go for a shot. It is well over. Not a terrible attempt, but definitely not a good one. All right. We have Nilsson out here, and we'll get that up into Villalba. Over to Menendez. It's a bad pass from Villalba. He has to do better. He wasn't pressured or anything. It's just a poor pass. Good foot. Let's go. We got Schaefer, and he's not going to be fast enough to get that, but that's why we have him on, to push behind the defensive line. I don't even know who that was that got that foot in, but there they do it again, and Graham is slow to react. He doesn't get to the ball first, and they are passing it around. We got 8 minutes in game left to try and get something out of this game. I was really, in my mind, you know, this is not going according to script. In my mind, we're going to come into this game, start our FA Cup off, or our FA Cup run off nicely, and oh, why didn't that go down to, can't get a foot in. Okay, here we go. We got Menendez, and he is running. This could be the very end of the game. We're going to Graham here. I'm going to rip it. Oh, and it goes out. The goalkeeper gets a hand to it. Maybe I should have tried to slot it across for Schaefer, but I thought Graham could maybe make something happen there. He does not, but we're still on the edge of their area. Get that over to Perea. It's cut out, and that is going to be the end of the game. Like I said, this is not how today was supposed to go. I was coming in here pretty confident to get a win in our FA Cup run, and this year we are knocked out in the first round, or I think this is actually technically the second round, our first FA Cup game, but we end up losing. What a disappointing start and end to our FA Cup run. I'm still disappointed about that loss. We had those two opportunities, one from Carlson, one from Baker, where I would argue that, I don't know, 7 times out of 10 we score them, and we missed both of them, and we are crashing out of the FA Cup before it even really gets going, which is such a bummer. But this is our fixtures this month. I'm not sure who I'm going to bring you back for. We have no one who's really top of the table except AFC Wimbledon, but I showed you them last episode, so I don't really want to show you them again. Oxford is, I think, in 17th. Bristol City is at the very bottom of the table. We just played Gillingham in the Cup, so I don't want to play them again, which probably leaves Sheffield Wednesday. But I'm going to play Oxford United, Bristol City, and Morecambe in the Papa John's Trophy. And we'll take a look at these 4 teams, see who's highest in the league, and bring you back for one of those games. So I will see you in just a sec. So I know I said before that because we played AFC Wimbledon recently, we weren't going to play them this episode. But we are going to play them this episode. And I think it was maybe last episode or the episode before that we played them. And I'm pretty sure we ended up getting a win in that game. Let's see. Yeah, we won 2-1. But we're going to play them again today because of how the league is shaping up, which I'll show you in a second. But since you were last with me, we took on Oxford United and we beat them 2-1. They are a tough team to play. I don't know what it is about Oxford United, the way they press. They're very hard to break down. Now, if you can get your passes through and break them down, the goals are fairly easy to come by, but they really gave me some trouble. We ended up winning that game 2-1. We then went to Bradford City and took them on, and we beat them 7-0. Like, every outfield player scored almost. It was insane. They are bottom of the league, and I can see why. It was just not even fair. We scored our first goal in the 3rd minute, I think, and I think we were up 4-0 by halftime. Tacked on another 3 in the second half. We obliterated them. I think that might be our biggest win of the save thus far. We then went into the Papa John's Trophy and took on Morecambe. It was a must-win game. If we won it, we were into the knockout rounds. If we didn't, nothing came of it. We ended up winning. Let me know down in the comments if you guys want to see the Papa John's Trophy. I haven't really showed it at all, but considering it might be one of the only ways we can win some silverware this year, I might start showing that. But we handled them easily with our second team, 3-0. We then took on Oxford United again. We played both our games this season against them in the same month. A little weird, but we ended up drawing 2-2. Same thing. They are just a tough team to play. We went behind 1-0, we drew it, we went behind again, and I think it was like the 84th minute. We broke them down with those passes like I was talking about. Schaefer carried it into the middle. Baker made an overlapping run to his left, slotted it into Baker, and he fired it home to make sure we came away with 1 point. Now, Today we are coming back for a game against AFC Wimbledon. We have these 3 league matches right here at the end of the season, and as you guys are going to see in just a moment based on the league table, these 3 games are crucial. So let me take you over there and check out the league table. We are back where we belong, at the top of the table. Those wins this month have paid dividends. Peterborough have lost, I think, 3 in a row. They are on a rough run of form. I don't know if they've lost a key player or what, but we have overtaken them at the top of the table. Now, they are on 45 points. Birmingham City in 3rd position are 5 points behind us. So we're starting to look good to create some separation between the top 2 teams and the chasing pack. I don't really care what Peterborough do, but we have to keep winning. AFC Wimbledon are 7 points behind us in 6th position. That's why I'm bringing you back for this game. Sheffield Wednesday are in 9th. And the other game, Gillingham, are in 17th, and so I figured it's not really worth showing you those. I'd rather show you some intense games that really can decide the outcome of the season. So we're going to take on AFC Wimbledon today, but man, it feels good to be sitting back up at the top of the league. We currently are the best defense in the entire league. We've only given away 21 goals, and we are the highest scoring offense in the league as well with 49 goals. We have been doing wonderful. The draw against Oxford was a little bit of a disappointment. If we would have won that, we would have been 4 points ahead of Peterborough, but it doesn't matter. We ended that in a draw. Now we got to go take care of AFC Wimbledon today, who are going to be doing everything in their power to try and stay in those playoff spots. So let's go hop into that game. This is the team that we are taking into the game. Tried and true. The team that you guys are most used to. Smith in goal, a back 4 of Jonassen, Bishop, Lundberg, and Taylor. Crespo and Perea make up the midfield pairing. Schaefer, Carlson, and Graham are the attacking 3 behind Baker. Now, as you guys can see, even from our last game, our guys are developing beautifully. Now we have more 70s in the team than we have 60s, and that is huge. Bishop and Lundberg, both at 69, are going to be moving into the 70 range shortly. I'm confident, but the team is playing so well, so we need to carry this momentum over and go get a win against AFC Wimbledon, and then we have the 2 games that are pretty much back-to-back at the end of this month that we'll take on off camera, and I will catch you guys back up when we get to the scouting updates. But getting ahead of myself. Let's go get into this game against AFC Wimbledon and try and get a win. And here we are. We are the home team taking on AFC Wimbledon again. Now, the last game we played, we beat them 2-1, and I have to be honest, I could not tell you how close of a match it was. I could not really remember. Graham is breaking away here, and I'm going to go back post to Schaefer. He's there, and he gets it, or the goalkeeper saves it. Good save from them. It is an attacking corner for us. We're going to whip this one in with Graham. Try and get Jonassen on it. He does get his head to it, but he can't keep it down. It goes out for a goal kick. Bishop wins that header. And I have Schaefer out here with a lot of space in front of him. We're going to give him the ball. He's going to cut inside here and give it. Nope, that's not where I thought it was going, but we're going to take the shot. Ooh, fired low and hard. Goalkeeper gets down to make the save. We have another corner. We are starting this game off pretty well. Our tactics, oh, Lundberg gets his head to it, but can't keep it down either. Our tactics feel really nice. You guys have seen in past episodes that I've tweaked them some, and this seems to be a great tactical approach that we're taking currently. Again, with the wing, great play from Perea, he loses it, but the wingback staying back is huge. It really keeps our defense solid. As you guys saw from the league table, we have the best defense in the league. And so the tactics are really paying off. Now we just need to go take care of business and win this league title. That is my goal. Y'all remember me saying that in the very first episode. Good foot in there. And they don't get anything of it. It was a dangerous position. We're gonna I wanted that to go to, there we go, Carlson. He's so fast, and I should have just ripped it. I tried to curve it. He's right-footed. I thought he was left-footed. Dumb of me. What a wasted opportunity. We have the corner here, and Jonassen does not get to it. Carlson is there, and we'll give that to Schaefer. Alright, trying to find some potential attacking avenues. Schaefer gets it, and he's going to rip that. Oh, I thought he made it. That would have been a wild goal. It goes out for a goal kick. I don't know what it was about this season that took me so long to get back to this point of just feeling confident, because ripping it. Nah, it's way too high. But like I mentioned at the beginning of the season, I really believed that we should be pushing for the title, and we just started the season off so rocky. I made some adjustments to the tactic, and it shored up our defense pretty much immediately, having those wingbacks stay back. Again, I don't think we've really lost anything from making that move. They weren't really getting into attacking positions that were... I mean, we had Jonassen, I think, scored 1 goal from it a while ago. Schaefer's in here, and he gets the goal. Let's go. Dead fish. Oh, feels so good. We are up 1-0 against AFC Wimbledon. Let's go try and pack on a couple more. There's a great play. Perea keeps the defender off him. Baker gets it, slots it in to Schaefer, and he just gets it past the keeper. I think the keeper may have gotten a touch on it. Let's see here. Does he get anything to it? He does get his hand on it, but it doesn't matter. It gets into the goal. I was saying before that our wingbacks really weren't getting into attacking positions, and they weren't. Jonassen, I think, had 1 goal, but other than that, we had no wingbacks, I think, score our entire, unless maybe from a corner, our entire save thus far. I think Jonassen was the only one that had scored from open play, and so the risk that we were taking was not worth the reward we were getting. Schaefer, oh, this time the keeper does enough to push it around the post. And here is our corner following that attack. But yeah, man, it just, I don't know. It feels good. I'm confident. I believe in our team. Another little tidbit that's interesting is Bishop. Ooh, that was bad from Graham. But Bishop, his defensive awareness is now 76, which is, like, that's Premier League level defensive awareness. And just to teach you guys a little bit about FIFA, defensive awareness is probably the most important attribute for a defender. Oh, I ran Crespo out. I'm too busy trying to teach, and I let a goal in. I ran Crespo out of the way, and they tie the game up 1-1. As I was saying before, guys, defensive awareness is key just because it helps your defender be in the right position defensively. Helps them mark people tighter, all those key things for a defender. It is the bread and butter of the defender position in FIFA is that defensive awareness. And so the fact that Bishop's is 76, I haven't even looked at Lundberg's. I'm sure his is just as high, if not higher. But that's just insane. That's really good. That's literally like what you're looking for at the Premier League level. So if he can get his technicals and everything else to come along, he is going to be looking like our starting center back in the Premier League, or one of them. Lundberg is also just great. But I got to focus. Coming up on halftime, as we all know, they'll get about 5 added extra minutes. They're already 1 minute over their added time. And get up, Taylor. We get it out, and that should be halftime any second now. There it is. So we go into the half tied 1-1. This is a huge game, and again, just a huge start to these 3 games in this run that we really need to come out with 9 points to really cement ourselves as the title favorite. So let's go into the halftime. I'll be back in just a second. We'll get into the second half, and let's try and score a couple more goals. Another thing that you guys have not seen off camera is Menendez telling me that he wants more game time, and he plays a lot coming off the bench, and he is our starting second string center attacking mid. And his happiness is also very happy, so I'm not too sure how serious it is, but I know I mentioned at the beginning of this season Carlson sometimes being a little lackluster. That was poor from us. Luckily, Smith is equal to it. I saw that run coming in. That was dangerous. But Carlson really has been playing well, and with his 78 pace, he's just, oh, that was a bad pass from him. Really me. But with his 78 pace, he just runs past people. Another just outlet for balls like this. Graham is in. I can see Carlson down there. We're going to slot it across to him. And he is offsides. I thought that the ball was past the last defender and in line. I thought he was behind Graham, and he wasn't. But that pace, that's exactly what I'm talking about. He just got just in front of him, so close. But his pace is wild. He's been playing really well, scoring goals, getting assists. Next episode, when we get into January, we will be looking at the stats of the season thus far, seeing who has our goals, all that jazz. But he's been playing well, and so I do think he has cemented himself as our starting center attacking mid. But enough of that. We got to focus on today, come out with a win. We have not been able to get our second goal to go ahead, and they are looking dangerous here on the edge of our area. I'm going to try and get a foot in for Jonas, and he can't do it. Lundberg gets a foot in, but they do recover the ball. Another one of those FIFA-isms where you make good tackles, and it seems like they always come away with possession. It's a little annoying. Terrible pass from me. We have seen many goals get in this way. There we go. Jonassen gets it out, and I give it right back with Schaefer. He's going to shoot. Smith is there. But I got to stop making these bad passes in the defense, because one of these days, or one of these times, it's going to really cost us. We know that it can cost us. We've seen it happen time and time again. I wanted to get Baker in. He doesn't. We're going to rip this with Crespo. It's blocked. Oh, Baker was making such a good run in, and I guess I just didn't hold triangle hard long enough to make it a hard enough pass. But Crespo is there with the foot. We're going into Pereira. We're going backside for Schaefer. He has the run, and he is in for the game-winning goal maybe, and he slots it home. Going to hit him with the worm now if my thumb stops slipping. It didn't, so we're going to hit him with, oh, they're having tea together. How cute. But we get our second goal. Pereira made that pass in. I saw Schaefer backside. He comes in and hits it back across the keeper to put us up 2-1. The only change I'm making currently is Villalba on for Crespo. Crespo runs a lot, and he runs out of energy despite having, what is it? Let's see, 81 stamina. Yet he still runs out of energy just because he literally runs box to box the entire game. And so I'm going to bring Villalba on, give us a little bit of pace, a little bit of freshness. And let's look at Lundberg's defensive awareness. His is 72. Bishop's is 76. Jonassen's is 74. Taylor is the lowest at 68. So we need to get those up for these two guys. But 72, 76, 74. My goal for that is to at least be at 70. And these three are already there. Taylor's close, and we have a full season to play in the championship before we even make it to the Premier League, so that is bound to go up. But our team is looking so good, so exciting. But let's hop back into that game. I do have to admit, I'm a little nervous about taking Crespo off. He just wins the ball back, gets into great positions. Villalba's good, but his passing definitely lets him down sometimes. He just has a lot of energy, and he can run so much, so I want to get him on. Ooh, that was a dangerous pass. We'll get it over to Villalba, up to Carlson, down to Schaefer, oh, or Baker, either one. Dang it. I really wanted that to go down to Schaefer again. He was making one of those killer runs that he is known for at this point. They're pushing into our half. I thought I was going to give away a penalty there. We did not. Okay. All right, boys, get up, Bishop. He does, but they recover, and Smith handles that beautifully. Let's toss this up. That is not at all where I wanted that to go to Villalba. Guys, if I mean, I don't want to say I deserve to lose with all these bad passes, but we're definitely struggling. They run that out of bounds. It will be a goal kick. We will bring Menendez on for Carlson once again, just for some freshness, and we got to hold on. Got to hold on for 3 in-game minutes plus whatever they do in added time. And that's behind Baker. That's a poor pass. Maybe I should have done a through ball rather than just a normal pass. But, oh, I thought Pereira was in a position to steal that. I read it well. It's just out of his reach, and they're pushing us again. If we can win the ball back like that, we got 2 minutes of added time. And there it is. We win the game against AFC Wimbledon. Same result as last time, 2-1. Doesn't matter. We get the win. Now let's go look at the league table just to check up on it before we go into this next 2 games off camera. And then before we get into the scouting updates, we'll come back and show you what the league looks like. So Peterborough did end up winning their game along with Birmingham City and Charlton. Rotherham, I guess, under AFC Wimbledon, lost their game because AFC Wimbledon is still in 6th, along with Shrewsbury in 5th. The table remained the same, I think. I could be wrong. You can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But we're looking really good. Peterborough are right on our heels. We have to go into these next 2 games and win both. That would put us on 56 points, and I'm hoping that Peterborough or someone would drop some more points along the way. Now we take on Sheffield Wednesday next, who are in 9th position. And then we take on Gillingham. Let me make sure you can see them. You can, who are in 18th. So they should both be winnable games. And the way we've been playing has just been phenomenal. So I'm going to hop off camera, play those games, and I will bring you back for the scouting reports. So you guys were last with me for that AFC Wimbledon game where we won 2-1. We then took on Sheffield Wednesday, and we beat them comfortably 2-0. Villalba actually had a goal in that game from outside the box. It was like 26 yards out. It was just a belter, literally just a grass burner on the ground, bottom corner, hit the post. It was a beautiful goal, really exciting. We then took on Gillingham and lost 1-0 again. We started the month and ended the month with 1-0 losses to Gillingham. I could not break them down. Now Nilsson was starting on the left wing, Wilson was starting on the right wing, and up top was Vasquez. Everything else on our team was the normal starting 11. We just couldn't get anything going. I brought Schaefer in up top at the end of the game to try and give us some offensive spark, and we just didn't have it in us. So we ended up losing that game, but let's go check out the league table. So we are still in first place on 53 points. Peterborough are right behind us. A win in that last game or even a draw would have been huge. Unfortunately, we didn't come away with the points, so this is where we are. Birmingham City are on 49 points, really pushing Peterborough and honestly pushing us. They're only 4 points behind us. That's not a big gap. Now, the gap between us and 4th place is 7 points, which is a pretty big gap. Not huge, but it's a comfortable gap. We got to keep winning these games. We have to keep going strong in this league, but it's so good to see us back where we belong at the top of the table. So we have made some sales. We did it in the season, and they've now gone because we're in the January transfer window. Elijah Thompson, the 6'5" center back, wasn't ever going to be good enough. He was still, I think, a 53 overall. We sold him to Sutton United for $310,000. Now, Larson, we had from the very first episode. He came with this club. We have sold him for $1.15 million. Considering he hasn't seen the field in probably 2 seasons, that is a huge, huge transfer for us. It's a lot of money, and I'm going to be looking to reinvest this money shortly in signing new contracts for all our players. Aiden Brown has also left, 6'2" American, going to Bohemian FC for $320,000. We also sold Smith for $550,000 to Admira Wacker. What a name. But he's gone out of the club as well. Those are our latest departures. Hinga-dinga-dargan. Grab your coffee, grab your popcorn. You know what time it is. Youth Scouting Reports. Here is a look at our youth academy. Guys are developing. We have a solid crop of young players coming through. Mike Nelson, I'm very excited to get him up and using him. He may unseat, I don't know, Menendez maybe? Probably not Carlson. Carlson and Menendez are playing phenomenally. In the next episode when I show you their stats, y'all are going to see that both of them are just so good. I've thought about maybe putting Mike Nelson back to center mid. I'm not exactly sure. I haven't quite decided what I want to do with him. Maybe we just end up selling him, but he's a great little player. All these guys are coming along. Rivero's gone up. Lund keeps going up. Cameron Wilson's going up. And they look great. Now, the one thing about Cameron Wilson is he's a center mid, but he has 29 defending. Rivero has 42 defending. And Mike Nelson has 49 defending. So maybe that is the move, to move Mike Nelson into the center mid, because right now our 2 backup center mids are King and Villalba, and while they're decent, neither of them wow me, and they're a 64 and a 63 overall. Mike Nelson would come in and be our 3rd string center mid immediately, but that's something to talk about at a future date when these guys can even get called up. Same thing, like usual, keeping them down here until they tell me they're going to leave unless I bring them up. But we have a good crop of young guys coming up and through. Really, really excited about them. Olafson is starting to get a little faster. 69 acceleration, 65 sprint speed. Not the quickest, but if he could get his pace up into the 70s at 6 foot, he is the exact type of striker that I want up top leading my line. Big, physical, can win aerial duels. But again, let's go check out those scouting reports. It's happened again. So we didn't get any incoming youth prospects. No one. The highest we saw was 700,000. He was a goalkeeper, and I don't know, I didn't want to bring him in. again, we're sticking to that $1 million value for the cutoff, but I think that's the first time in this save that we've had 2 months in a row with no scouting prospects that we ended up signing. But that's the way it goes sometimes. We have had a lot of good prospects come through our squad and our scouting already, so I guess it's only fair. It all evens out in the end, but we'll have to come back next month and check and hope we get another great prospect. So that is the end of the episode, guys. Our guys are developing so well. Lundberg has finally gone up to a 70 overall. We currently only have 3 guys in the 60s that are in our starting lineup. We're looking really, really good for next year to, I don't know, maybe push for a playoff position in the championship. I'm not sure. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But if you have enjoyed that, leave a thumbs up on the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell so you get notified when I post these videos. I post them every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I'm streaming over on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So come hang out. I would love for you guys to come and be a part of the Crucible community. We're getting into the second half of the season now, and this team's journey through the Crucible has been so exciting thus far. We've had highs and lows, but I can't wait to continue to see how they come along. Until next time, Efour out.